I think I just had an idea.
Before we get started on today's video, I just want to give a special shout out to Jonathan at Too Many Legs and the tarantula community. Now, if you guys aren't part of the tarantula community, make sure you get over there and you sign up. I'll put a link for that on the screen here. They've been doing some really crazy giveaways. If you enjoy tarantulas as much as I do, and you know how some of them can get a little bit pricey, they've been doing, like, I feel like it's almost daily giveaways. It's insane how many people have won so far. And check out my friend Jonathan over at toomanylegs.net, or you can find him on Instagram too. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mr. Crawlings. Today we're gonna hardscape our screen enclosure, and that's gonna be some really cool stuff. I had this really awesome idea of adding some cork bark and some moss. Actually, let me just go get the materials and I'll show you. Last time we were here, we built this. Our small, extra tall screen enclosure for our Bronia Garminia. Today, we're gonna hardscape it using some cork bark, Spanish moss, driftwood, and I have a couple other really cool ideas that I think you guys might enjoy. While you're watching this video, please, down in the comment section, share some of your ideas, things that nobody else has really thought of before, on how you deck out your enclosures, what you provide for your animals to give them the best life you possibly can provide. I'd love to hear you guys' inventions and ideas, and sharing with the community is the best way we can further the hobby together, which is what this channel's about. Alright, so as you can see, I like to start off with some cork bark, rock, some fake plants, and real plants, as well as some driftwood. In this case, we're actually using the grapevine wood, which is prone to molding, but if there's good ventilation, then it shouldn't have an issue as long as it's not staying wet in moss or whatever. So, oh, speaking of which, I got 3 bags of that to put in there, and what else are we gonna need? Oh yeah, and we're gonna need this and a couple extra of those. Perfect. Let's get started. So first I'm gonna go ahead and try to take all this stuff and figure out how I plan on laying it out in the cage ahead of time, and figure out kind of the layout and design that I want to work with. There's a couple things that I'm keeping in mind. Abronia like good air circulation. They don't like stagnant air, so it needs to still have a lot of air movement. Also, I'm gonna want to create some sort of high humidity area and lower humidity area, so they have a choice to kind of fluctuate between that. Now, normally, if you were also working with a species that likes to stay a little bit warmer, that's arboreal, like some of my mountain horns, or especially the calotes that are from India, then you're gonna have to factor in the heat source as well. But for these guys, I get lucky and I only have to worry about taking care of the humidity section of it. So I gotta know where the sprayer is gonna go and how to set it up so the plants are getting mist and the abronia are able to get their water from the bromeliads. And these are live bromeliads, live air plants, but we also have some silk foliage and stuff like that. And that's to allow some more of those little nooks and crannies that I was talking about in that last video, in the first part, for the baby abronia to hide amongst. So without further ado, let's fast forward it. as you can see, I'm going to start with two of my biggest pieces and kind of go from there. These two pieces are going to encompass the main focal point of the screen enclosure, symmetry to the entire setup. So, and as you saw, I was kind of putting it together. What I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to drill this to this so it looks like part of a trunk of a tree growing a branch with the bromeliads growing off, and that's gonna make for a really gorgeous visual effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then what we're gonna do is go medium all the way down to small, and then we're gonna decorate. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, I just went ahead and skipped one simple step of installing the hardware, and all that was I simply took the proper size drill bit, measured the diameter of the hose so that I could get it in there without wrecking the screen, and get my misting system inside here. And that's right up here on the top. So I got all the humidity directed at this back corner wall, but, well, let me just let you guys enjoy this with some music. All right, so as you guys can see, it's way bigger than the other one. I do have it set down a little bit. You can see it's almost the same height, but they're gonna really enjoy this. So why don't we move some Abronia over here and let them check out their new habitat? This is Esmeralda. She's the least shy, and she's always usually out for me to get her. But I think now I'm not going to be able to see her as often. Alright, here's the infamous Gumby. You can kind of see why he gets his name, or how he gets his name. And this last one here is Jade. She looks kind of gravid. That would be awesome. Sorry, trying to focus on two things at once. I don't want her to fall. Honey, go on the stick. There you go. After this, you guys can either go check out more of my videos, throw a like down below, comment, tell me what you thought about it, what I could do to improve it. That's what this channel is all about. It's sharing with each other and trying to improve the hobby. And if you don't do that, you guys are just gonna jump off of YouTube anyway, go check out toomanylegs.net or join our Facebook group, the Tarantula Community, for some really sweet tarantula prizes. Well, and a ton of other stuff. You're just missing out if you don't sign up, really. Until next time, if you keep it crawling.